ibrain. On the idea of the controlled nature of the disease and an attempt to find the enemy and a reason to calm down. Like coronavirus, the number of patients and deaths from COVID-19 in the world, except, it seems, China, is still growing. Conspiracy theories about its origin have spread widely around the world. They are united by two ideas. First, that coronavirus is the work of human hands. Secondly, that the developers had a secret goal to harm someone. One place. Coronavirus was invented by the Americans. According to the most popular fake today, coronavirus is a command and staff exercise of the deep state, a secret, non-governmental American community, whose goal is to overthrow the current government in the States. The spread of this theory was promoted by the statement of the American president on Twitter. So, on February 26, Donald Trump announced that the coronavirus was created consciously and man-made as a political weapon against it. According to Scan, 1727 publications were published on this subject. Second place. Coronavirus is a development of Chinese scientists. For a long time, the most resonant was the assumption that the virus was created in China. However, explanations of the objectives diverged. According to one version, the Chinese needed the disease to overcome the demographic crisis and resolve the problem of overpopulation. The argument in favor of this assumption was the fact of the recent cloning of a baby in Ypres, which was considered the threat of an artificial increase in the population of China. The media has written about the Chinese track in the appearance of the virus 12-18 times. Third place. The source of coronavirus is 5G towers. The theory that the work of 5G networks affects human immunity, which emerged at the end of March in British social networks, is gaining popularity rapidly, which makes people vulnerable to coronavirus infection. At least 20 towers of various mobile operators were burned in the arc, as the press wrote in 717 publications. By the way, another fake of English origin comes from the fact that the Football League uses a coronavirus against Liverpool. The team went to the champion title for a long time, and this season had every chance of winning. But the tournament was stopped due to the COVID-19 epidemic. So, supporters of the theory insist that the danger of coronavirus was deliberately exaggerated by the managers of the English Championship to prevent the leadership of Liverpool. Fourth place. COVID-19 flew from space. An alternative version of the extraterrestrial origin of the virus is one of the earliest. Similar assumptions in the media began to appear in early January. According to some fabrications, the coronavirus has many analogies with the symptoms of radiation damage. According to others, it could fly to a planet on the surface of a meteorite. According to Scan, the Russian media wrote about the cosmic origin of the virus more than 350 times. Fifth place. The creation of the virus was funded by Bill Gates. According to another conspiracy theory, the figure of Microsoft founder Bill Gates is behind the spread of the virus. American public activists talked about the likely collaboration with the British Pirbright Institute, which back in 2015 filed a patent on the development of a weak form of the virus for vaccinating birds. According to this theory, Gates aims to gain control over the world's population. This fate was told in almost 200 media materials. Among conspiracy theories that were not in the top 5, there is also a version that the common drug ibuprofen or African bananas became the carriers of coronavirus. In addition, the media suggested that activists of the feminist movement contributed to the spread of coronavirus in order to deprive men of their usual hobbies, primarily sports events and music concerts. The number of people in the world who deny the coronavirus pandemic and do not believe the media is growing. If such a person agrees that COVID-19 does exist, he notes that he should not pay such increased attention. At the same time, if the coronavirus does not exist or does not deserve such attention, the logical question arises, why then does the COVID-19 pandemic so radically affect people's lives? Proponents of conspiracy theories also believe that the pandemic has become an excellent occasion for the emergence of a system of chipping people. Meanwhile, Doctors who fight coronavirus every day encourage people to stay home and not endanger themselves. They organize hashtags and flash mobs, and one doctor even read a poem in which he promised to defeat the infection and warned him not to leave the apartment. The spread of conspiracy theories is basically a universal human response to the long-term increase in uncertainty due to a pandemic. Conspirology establishes causal relationships that are convenient in their simplicity and can supplant fear and insecurity. The answer that coronavirus was created by humans creates an understandable and predictable world in which developers are, of course, bad people, but they can probably click the stop button. A good people can quickly develop a vaccine. Difficult stick to the natural version, it has greater unpredictability and existential loneliness. Subscribe to the channel and like this video. Goodbye, ibrain.